Yes, on this tutorial, we're going to look at the Boolean. So Boolean, we know so far it's one of the data type in Python. So in programming, you often need to know if an expression is true or false. You can evaluate any expression in Python and get one of the two, either true or false, or sometimes they are represented in binary, where zeros and one, where one are true and while zero is false. So we use binaries just to get an output of true or false. And and yes, because this is a basic Python, I'm not going to go that deeper. I just want to give you an overview. What is a Boolean? So, for example, let me just say I'm going to print a statement here, of which I'm going to set the value of 10 is greater than 9. If you look at this print statement, we know we often use the function print to print a statement on the screen. And here you can see 10 is greater than 9. If in a real sense or in we can see 10 is greater than 9, so which is true, you can see here we will get an output which is true. Or what if we make that 10 is greater than 11? By just increasing the value, you would see here the answer should be false, or the output of it should be false. So this is the very basic idea on how you can use a Boolean to figure out. What if I say 10 is equal to 11? I will come and tell you what does the double equal mean, but we use it for comparison operator or comparisons operator, yes, whereby we can check if 10 is exactly equal to 10. So now I say 10 is equal to 11, which means 10 and 11 they are equal, which is false. So we should get here false. But if I say here 10 is equal to 10, then this is true because 10 is actually equal to 10. So that is a Boolean. So it's just work as if you, or we'll just come to go about the if and else statement later, of which Boolean exactly work like them. When you run a condition in an if statement, Python return for you true or just false. For example, if you say 10 is greater, if 10 is greater than something, yes, we'll come and talk more about this one in if and else statement section. But Boolean exactly work like if and else statement. To check if something is true, it should do certain functionality or perform a certain operation. So this is the basics part of a Boolean, whereby we know we use it for checking things. So let's look for another example with if and else statement. I will just go through if and else statement right now, but later also we'll have a separate topic on it. Let me just say I assign the value of A to 100 and another value of B, I assign it here to 50. So I'm going to say if A is greater than B, we use this sign here, which is greater than, to check if A is greater than B. Then I'm going to print a result on the screen that says A is greater than B. Or else we can also print that A is less than B, which is a very, very simple code. We can go through it again. As we know what is a variable, here A is a variable and B is also a variable. And we assign to each the value, which is we assign 100 for A and 50 for B. And now we're using an if statement, just a normal English word. We use if as a conditional statement. If A is greater than B, then it should just print the first line here, which is A is greater than B. And if A is not greater than B, it should print the second statement here, which is a conditional statement. Now you can see we have set a very clear condition for this code. Now, if I print here, you will see A is greater than B is printed because the value of A here is 100 and the value of B is 50, of which 50 is not greater than A. What if I just reduce the value of A here to 10 without any further modification, and I print it? You would see it's going to say A is less than B because A is 10 while B is 50. So here you can see in real sense, which means it's just checking if it's true or false. If you can know about, so now here we just assign those value, and here we ask if A is greater than B, then say this one. So this one will only be printed if it is true. If it is not true, it will only print the second one here. So that's the whole idea. And this is a a very little comparison just to prove you that we are checking actually if the values are true or false. So booleans often are all true except the values of zero. Let me say here, let me just say here, let me print, I print something here, just like hello world. You will see here, hello world will be printed on the screen because it is a sequence of characters. So what if I just want to check it with a boolean to check, so we use print statement to printing on the screen, and to check for a booleans or to use a boolean, then we use b, a keyword bool function, and then we just define our values here. We can either pass it as a string. If I pass here hello world, and I print it, it should print here true. Just to clear something here, all the values of boolean are actually always true except empty string. So leave about hello world. Even if just I put a dot here, it should also be true because I pass at least a certain string. One string or one word or one just string character is enough to make a boolean to be true. But if it is an empty string, it should be false because empty string, empty sets, empty list, empty dictionary, those are all zero or just or just a value of a zero here, which is an integer number. Zero should also be false. Otherwise, all the rest should be true, including 0.1. If I print, you can see here, they are all true. So that is a little demonstration of how a booleans work. And sometimes also they are used in classes or they are used within a function. So if I define a function here, call my function, and I set it here to return the value of true, and I print my function here, it should return for you here the value true. Don't worry about this function. I just want to demonstrate, I'm just explaining, using it to explain Boolean, but we'll have a separate tutorial in the future or ahead of this one, talking about functions in detail. So that is another way of a Boolean that return for us a value true. It actually check if something value is true. If I set it here to return false and I print it, it should return false here, which is not a very big deal. Right now, it look very simple, and you're confused down there. What with this one? What will I do with this one? Don't worry, just have that concept, and we are going to build a real program that will demonstrate this one. And by that time, everything will be clear in your mind. But as of now, I just want to let you know that is how a Boolean works. It only works with the two values. Even we can set another function here. Just let me define another function here, uh, which is my functions. Uh, I don't want to pass any argument, so just let me remove this n, and I'm going to return the value. I'm going to return it true, and I'm going to say if my function, then print yes instead of hello. Yes, let me put it yes. Else, I just want it to print here no. Now, because we are returning it as a true, it should print for us a yes. And if we are returning it as a false, it should print for us no. So that is a very, very easy way to deal with a Boolean, or sometimes we can use it just to check values. So, which is very, very easy. Very, very easy. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And please, if nothing, or if you couldn't able to understand anything properly, please comment in the section below and I'll respond to you within the 5 hours.